Alright, so basically in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make an automation that can basically send a lot of emails at once for completely free. Now, the limit to this automation will be that you can only send about 500 emails in a day, and therefore I recommend you only sending about 400 emails. That way you still have about 100 emails left to reply to the responses that you get to the 400 emails that you might have sent to the people. So without further ado, let's get started right away. So then first of all, the first note, you want to go ahead, you want to click the trigger manually because you want to decide when to send the emails. Therefore, this automation will only work whenever I click execute workflow. So you want to go ahead, put that down. Right after that, you want to go ahead and grab the Google Sheet. And right here, you want to go ahead and click get rows in sheet because you want to go ahead and get the emails. And then you want to select the document name where you have all of the emails stored. In my case, it is the emails right there. And then I only have one sheet in there, which is sheet 1. This will be the test data that I will be using to show you at the end of the video that these emails did receive the email that I sent out for them to receive. So once again, you go ahead, get all of the emails right there. So just go ahead, click emails, have that selected sheets, click that, and then you do nothing else from there. Then you click that over there, and now you want to type in loop over, and right here, this will be basically using to loop over each item, or you can even split it into batches. So if you make the batch size 1, I will only make it so that it sends the email to one person at a time. But let's say, for example, you have about 400 emails that you want to send it to, so then you can just go ahead and split the batch into 50. That way it will send the emails to about 50 people at a time. So therefore I recommend you always going with 50 so the automation does not break from you trying to send to too many people at one time. So about 50 is a good number to send it to. Therefore you go ahead, and then here where it says replace me, that's where you're going to be adding the Gmail note about the email that you want to send. So right here you go ahead, and here where it says replace me, you can go ahead and delete that, then come and click the plus sign, type in Gmail, and then click send a message. Now here is where you will be sending the message. Here is where the recipient's email will be, and you'll have to set up your credential. Now for the sake of this video, I'm not going to be showing you how to set up your credentials. I'm just showing you how to set up the workflow. So then right here, it's good. You want to specifically make sure that it's inside of the loop and not set at the done. So inside of the loop. Now, first of all, I don't have data to work with yet, so I'll just go ahead and I'll click execute workflow. All right, so basically all I quickly went and did there was just execute the workflow and placed in some wrong information there just for the sake so that we could get the automation started so that we had data from the previous loop to work with. So basically all I did was just click execute workflow, and it later on gave me that error after I filled in that rough data for it to be incorrect. So now after we actually got the information from the previous node, you want to go to here where it says 2. You want to go ahead and you want to drag the email right here and drag it to the 2 section. Here where it says the subject, you can type in the subject of the email you want to inform the recipients of. So let's say, for example, I want to say here is the YouTube videos. Then we have the subject right there. You can just go ahead and click text for the email type, and as for the message, you can go ahead and click expression. It's always way better to just do that way you have a way broader space to work with. And here you can go and type in the email that you want to send to every single recipient all at once. So let's say, hey there, I have a new YouTube. All right, and that's basically what I quickly wrote inside of the body. Now, if you want to personalize this to each person, you can just go ahead and make a space and drag in the name block right there so that each time it will say hey there with the person's name. Now just note, this is dynamic, which means it will change each time to the recipient's name that you're sending it to. So in case you're sending it to Kaylin, then it will go ahead and add Kaylin's name. In case you're sending it to Bob, then it'll instead go ahead and put Bob's name there. So each time it will change depending on the email that it's sending it to, basically. So you got that. And now right here, you want to make sure that append n8n attribution, toggle that off. And then the sender name, you want to go ahead and type in your own name there. The reason for this is if you do not add your own name, it will instead replace it with just your full email there. Then that's pretty much all you want to go ahead and do. So then that is your whole email bag sender set up for completely free. Now right here, as once again here, this is the manual trigger. That's where our emails are stored. This is what will help us loop the items, each one replacing it so that it can send the email to each one. And then when it's done, it's done. Now, as you'll notice there, I have about 3 tabs open there, each with the different emails stored inside of the Google Sheet. So I can go ahead and show you that it actually works. So now we can go ahead and execute workflow, and then it goes ahead and it sends the email to those 3 people. As you can see on my email there, hey there, Kaylin, I have a new YouTube video out. There it is. As you can see, it sent it to the second one right there. At the third one right there, as you can see here, it also sent the email to that third email. So that right there is proof to you that it sent it to every single person right here. That way you can automatically go ahead and batch send it to every single person without you needing to go ahead and send it to each person email by email and typing it out each time over and over and over one by one, which will cost you a lot of time. So this is what I recommend you do instead and set up this automation for yourself. Now, in case you want the template to this automation so that you can go ahead and get started with it immediately, I'll have it inside of the Google Drive where I usually update the workflows that I add that can help solo entrepreneurs outside of South Africa that want to stay solo and not necessarily hire employees because it's not something that you want to do. So if you want to go ahead and you want to grab this, you can just go into the description where I will have a link that will give you access to the Google Drive folder where I'll have all of the n8n templates ready that you can just go ahead and use for your business to start automating certain parts of it. That brings us to the end of this video.